Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will be talking about the matches which happened in August for the Indian cricket team that we see. India's matches in August, and we see that Devdutt Padikkal has been the number 3 for India that we see. He has been that player who has been scoring back to back hundreds for the team that we see. That is Devdutt Padikkal. Padikkal has been a wonderful, he has been playing a wonderful test match that we see. That is Devdutt Padikkal. Padikkal can be that player who can play so good and so well in the tests. He's been that player who has been scoring so good runs that we see. That is Devdutt Padikkal in the first two test matches. He has been scoring so good hundreds that we see, and a player who has been doing very well that we see. The second name I want to say is Dhruv Jurel. Dhruv Jurel has been that player who has been playing so good and so well, and he's a player who has been doing so good that we see. That is Dhruv Jurel. He's been the player who has been doing too good that we see. And number 3 is Manav Sutar, and Manav Sutar has been that player who has been giving a good spin in the test series that we see. Manav Sutar has been that player who has been playing so good and so very well in the test series against Sri Lanka that we see, and he's been that player who has been playing very well that we see. That is uh, Manav Sutar. He has been having a very good spin attack. That is Manav Sutar in the second innings, and he has been taking those quick wickets. Manav Sutar has been a wonderful test spinner, and he has been doing a very good bowling in the tests that we see. And uh, and after that we come to Sri Lanka team that we see. Sri Lanka in the second test that we see, we have seen that it Sri Lanka has been doing a wonderful major fight back that we see, and there is that one player who has been the Sri Lankan wall that we see is Sonal Dinusha. Sonal Dinusha has been having 300s, and he has been scoring so good runs against the Sri Lankan team. He took the Sri Lanka till the end, and got a draw in the second test match that we see. What a batting performance by Sonal Dinusha. He's been that player who has been doing so good and so well that we see. Sri Lanka were the real underdogs in test match, but literally they made a good fight back against India. It was a major drawback that we see. But let's talk about the Yashasvi Jaiswal's reply that we see. Yashasvi Jaiswal replied to Asita Fernando that we see. Jaiswal versus Fernando fight had happened that we see. Harsha Bhogle had made had made a reel on the CricBuzz app that we see, and we see that if you don't know anything what he said, don't make your judgments that we see. And he replied, this India will fight back and reply. He gave the perfect reply that we see. That is Yashasvi Jaiswal has been doing so good, but he has been doing very well. But we see, but Yashasvi Jaiswal and Asita Fernando's match fees were fine that we see. And after that we talk about, I think now we see that the test cricket has been very boring that we see. But when the best time the test cricket was, I think it was the Virat Kohli time. The test cricket was so good, and so this we see, and Virat Kohli scoring hundreds. everyone used to have a Everyone used to clap for him, and it was an exciting game that we see whenever Virat Kohli used to bat. I think the test match was so good and so well played that we see Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ravichandran Ashwin. Then you had Jasprit Bumrah in the team that we see. It was such a good time that we see in the 2015 to 2019 times. Test cricket was so good and so entertaining that we see, and they have been doing so good that we see. So let's talk about the top 5 moments of Test cricket that we see. Okay, so number 5 for me will be the Gaba Test cricket that we see, and I think the Gaba was the best. The Rishabh Pant finish against the Gaba was, I think, a very good game that we see in the 2021 the Gaba Test match. Tuta hua Gaba ka Ghamand. Rishabh Pant scoring those runs that we see. India was having a very weak team that we see that time, but Rishabh Pant made it a statement that he has been that player who has been doing so good and so well that we see. That is the number 5 will be that Australia's test match, the Gaba test match, which the Australia lost. Number 4 is Virat Kohli's highest score in the test match was 254 versus South Africa in 2019, where it was played in Pune. He was playing so good shots, taking the match till the end. That we see Virat Kohli was that player who has been batting for in the last 2 to 3 days in that test match that we see. He's been that player who was been too good and too very well played in that game that we see. And Virat Kohli has been a player who has been doing very well that we see. Number 3 is India versus Australia, the Kolkata test match in 2001, where we see that Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman. VVS Lakshman's score was 281 and Rahul Dravid's score was 180 that we see. They had built such a good partnership. It was the 5th wicket and their partnership stands for 376 that we see. It has been that partnership which has been doing very well, and they have been a team which has been doing so good and so well that we see. That is the partnership, that it was the second innings and the score was 677 for 7. It was declared that we see it was a follow on that time, but Lakshman and Dravid was so good in that team. They had handled the middle order and they built up a very good partnership in the for the 5th wicket that we see. Number 2 we have is number 2 is the India versus England, the 2014 Lords Test match that we see, which was in the 2014. And like India had scored only 295 in the first innings, where Ajinkya Rahane scored 100 in the Lords. We see that, and Ishant Sharma took 7 wickets for 74 7 wickets in the second innings that we see. He's been that player who has been doing so good and so well that we see. That is Ishant Sharma and Ajinkya Rahane were the real players who have been playing too good in the test match, and which defied that India won a test match in the Lords after 28 years. It has been that moment which has been doing so good and so well that we see, and they have been playing so good that we see. That is the India's test match in Lords win against after 28 years was so good that we see, and it was a perfect this thing that we see. Number 1 we get is the India versus Australia test match in 2018. We see that no Asian team has won it in Australia, but now I think that time that we see, but India is the first team to win a test series in Australia that we see. We have seen that India has been that player who has been doing so good and so well. India's test match in 2014 to 2019 playing 11 was extremely good. It was such a good time that we see when we used to see Shikhar Dhawan, Cheteshwar Pujara, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ajinkya Rahane, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravichandran Ashwin, then Jasprit Bumrah that we used to see in the test matches. And like we are missing that what test match was, what the test matches now, we are missing those vibes when we in the 10 years that we see. But India versus Australia 2018 that we see, the man who the wall that we see was Cheteshwar Pujara. Cheteshwar Pujara is that number 3 who used to defend the balls very lightly. He has been that wall that we see. That Pujara has been a player who has been doing so good and so well that we see, and a player who could have done so good that we see. That is Cheteshwar Pujara has been a player who has been a wonderful wall that we see, and a player who could have done patience, concentration, and 300s. He has been winning the match of the series that we see. That is Cheteshwar Pujara has been that player who has been doing very well that we see. We are missing, and Pujara had won the man of the series in the 2018 game that we see, 18 test series that we see against Australia, in Australia that we see. And that's all for today, and make sure you like, share and subscribe for more content and for more videos and all. Thank you.